All right, the Synchro Festival is live, and I'm going to show you the best way to play Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. I have a Shooting Majestic Star Dragon loner deck video, which the deck is a loner deck, so it's not as good as the optimal way to play the deck. I'm going to teach you the optimal way to play the deck list, and the plays and what to do. And for this video, including all videos I post today to celebrate the Synchro Festival event, we're doing a $100 giveaway. All you have to do is like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you want from the Synchro Festival event. I will provide it for you. Let's go. So let's focus on that. We're going to have an amazing turn one combo, a ton of negates, anti-droplet. Let's hop into it. So here is a duel example. The goal of the deck is going to be able to summon our Junk Speeder. That is our level 5 Synchro, and you ideally want to chain link block it with a card effect. We'll get to that if we're able to do that. But if you can't, then it's okay. So we're going to reinforcement of the army, grabbing my Junk Warrior. Grab my Junk. Now, this is a one-card combo. If you have a Junk Converter, you discard a tuner, you grab Junk Warrior, you got the play. You're done. You're great. So we're going to try to do this with just the Junk Warrior. Not going to use any other cards, all right? No cheating. No cheating. No cheat. One-card combo. Junk Converter, be searching the Junk Synchron, summon the Junk Converter. Junk Converter will chain link block the Junk Speeder from being Ash Blossom. That's ideal. That's our level 5 Synchro. Junk Synchron will summon a level 2 non-tuner from the graveyard. So if you have Max C, just put that Max C in the graveyard like a Chad. Put it in the grave, normal summon your Junk Synchron, summon the Max C, you got the play. You won't be able to chain link block through that combo though. So here we go. Very important to put the Converter on chain link 2, which will summon any tuner from the graveyard. Now the Junk Speeder is going to summon from the deck as many Synchron tuners with different levels that we have. So get ready. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and on summon the Stardust Synchron. Remember, we're not cheating. This is a one-card combo. The Stardust Synchron is going to search for the Arriving Light. I already have it in my hand, so I'm now allowed to use this. I'm allowed to use this, okay? We searched it with the Stardust Synchron. Now we need to make room. We want to make 2 spots open to use our Arriving Light because Arriving Light's going to help us summon 2 monsters on the field. Let's make room. All right, ready? Let's showcon. We're going to send the Junk Speeder and the Fluor Synchron for a level 7 monster. And guess what? I'm not going to even use the Fluor Synchron effect, which would summon a level 2 or lower monster from the hand. So there is room for issues with this combo. Let's say you opened up your Jet Synchron. Well, now the Fluor Synchron that you summon from the deck can summon the Jet Synchron from the hand. So we have a spot on the field that we didn't even use the Fluor Synchron to summon a monster from the hand. So that's very good to know. And now I'm going to activate the Arriving Light. I'm going to stack the Converging Wills on top of the deck. Now, the Arriving Light's going to summon the Converging Wills on our Synchro summon. So when we Synchro, we're going to have 2 spots open to summon the Wills and another monster. Very good. Let's do it. Now, Konami wants you to summon Stardust here, but come on. I mean, we all know Stardust is not that good. So we're going to summon Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which will trigger the Arriving Light with 2 spots open. Very important to have 2 spots open to draw the Converging Wills. Now, it's very important to also activate this on Chain Link 1. If you have some sort of trigger effect, make sure this is Chain Link 1 because this could miss the timing. When you draw, you can special summon. When you can. It's got to be Chain Link 1. All right, we are going to special summon, and then it's going to summon a Brotor. Now, shame on Konami for not putting this in the freaking deck. This will target your Junk Warrior. Why does it target your Junk? It needs to target a Warrior and a Dark Warrior, because it searches for Doppel Warrior. I'm not going to cheat. We opened up Doppel Warrior, but we did not need to open up. We could search it, which we're doing right now. So I'm going to do the absolute Chad play. I'm going to discard Doppel to search Doppel. You could discard anything. Okay, so there you go. This is a 1-card combo. We are now going to further our plays. We're going to send the Brotor and the Stardust Synchron to the graveyard for a TG Hyper Librarian. Now, we don't need any card that's drawn off Hyper Librarian. We don't need it. It's all extra. You could draw into Droplet. You could draw into Max C. You could draw into Ash Blossom. Those are going to be good cards that you're playing that you could be drawing into to make your field even better. So let's go on from there. Now, the Quick Draw Synchron is restricted on what it can be used for. So we are just going to use the Quick Draw Synchron to tribute for the Stardust Synchron. Stardust Synchron will be in the graveyard or in the hand. You tribute the Quick Draw Synchron just to get it on the field. Now it's on the field. Great. There's no restrictions with the start of Synchron, so we're good. That's going to trigger the Doppel Warrior. When a monster is summoned from the graveyard, which will be the start of Synchron, you could summon Doppel Warrior. Now, Doppel Warrior needs 2 spots on the field to activate its in-graveyard effect of summoning 2 tokens. It can't summon 1 token, it has to summon 2. So what we could do is if we could use 2 monsters plus the extra monster zone for a Synchro summon, that's going to open up the play to use the Doppel Warrior, and we got it. We have 8 plus 1 plus 2. That's going to summon Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. The ideal Shooting Majestic Star Dragon is going to be with the Converging Wills, a Doppel, and your level 8 Synchro Dragon, which could be Stardust if you're a mad lad. Holy moly. Now we got the Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. We opened up 2 spots. This will be able to negate anything, and if we have Stardust Dragons in the graveyard, which you don't, it has multiple attacks, but that'll be for the funny version, all right? Hyper Librarian, Doppel Warrior. Let's speed this up. Let's get drawn. Summon 2 tokens onto the field. We can't summon 1, it has to be 2, so we made room for that. The draws don't matter. We are going to Shokan into a Garden Rose Maiden. This card is nuts because it could banish itself from the graveyard to summon our Crystal Wing Synchro. So when you see Rose Maiden, you want to get Rose Maiden in the graveyard just so you could banish it to re-summon the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon for free. It's free. Now, she also has another great effect. She'll search for the Garden. Don't be intimidated by the Garden. The Garden is scary. The Garden could screw you big time. Every time you summon a monster, its attack will be halved, and then you'll summon a token on your opponent's side of the field. We're going to summon a Jet Synchron from the graveyard. Its other effect is, while in the graveyard, discard a card to special summon itself onto the field, which we did. It could be any card we discard, does not matter. We're going to Shokan into the Double Star Shaman. When you think of Double Star Shaman, I want you to be thinking Doppel Warrior. Reuse the Doppel Warrior. That's why we summon the Double Star Shaman, to double use Doppel. Librarian, draw, who cares? We're just trying to draw into hand traps. Get the Doppel on the field. Get Doppelin. Now, what do we have in the fields? We have a 5 Synchro, a 5 Synchro, a level 2 Tuner Synchro. That makes the ultimate Kesar Blazar Dragon. We're not summoning Kesar. Kesar is not as good. The Cosmic Blazar Dragon is nuts. If your opponent tries to summon, negate, activate effect, negate, 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 and it's really hard to summon. Tuner Synchro plus 2 non-Tuner Synchros to summon it, and we got it. Now I'm going to activate the Garden. Now, the most important part about the Garden is if you summon 1 monster under Garden, you could send Garden to the graveyard to special summon a Doppel Warrior from the grave. If you summon 2 monsters, you could send the Garden to the graveyard to summon a Garden Rose Maiden from the grave. If you summon 3 monsters while there's a Garden on the field, you could summon your TG Hyper Librarian from the graveyard back in the field. So we're going to do the Hyper Librarian. We're going to summon 3 times under the Garden and get the Librarian in the grave. Get Shokanin into the Blazar Dragon. Now it gets reduced by half of its attack, but who cares? It's going to come back during the end phase after it negates something. So when it negates, it comes back with its full attack. So summon number 1. Summon number 2, Excel Synchron. And summon number 3, the Doppel Warrior tokens. They summon at the same time, so it counts as just the 3rd summon. Just the 3rd summon, it's okay. 3rd summon will be counting as our 3rd summon. So give them another Rose. Give them the final Rose. Now we destroy all the Rose tokens to summon a monster equal to the total attack of the Rose tokens, which is going to be 800 for Doppel, 1600 for the Rose Maiden, and 2400 for the TG Hyper Librarian. Wipe the field, summon the Hyper Librarian back on the field. Perfect. Now we want to make the Excel Synchron level 2, ideally. So yes, there is a big problem with this deck where if you are going crazy with the Librarian, if you draw all your junk Synchrons, you can't make this level 2, but your field will still be pretty good. I mean, look at this field, it's pretty good. And another big problem with this deck is drawing into your Brotor. If you draw into Brotor, maybe you want to play 2. You can play 2 if you want. All right, let's go from there. We want to Shokan into the Marcher. Marcher is a tuner, and it will summon a tuner from the graveyard. We're going to summon the Excel Synchron back on the field. And oh my Jesus, you will not believe the field we end on. This is absolutely nuts. We're going to Shokan the 3 and a 1 into the Herald of Arc Light. This now counters a Droplet. Droplet is known for sending cards from the hand to the graveyard. You send any number of other cards from your hand and or field to the graveyard, but normally they going to want to send monsters from their hands to the graveyard. Well, the Arclight prevents them from sending cards from the hand to the graveyard. So they're going to have to summon or set a monster to even use Droplet with it. Nuts. So very good anti-Droplet. It could also negate anything. Hyper Librarian, drawing another card. I mean, Call with the Grave, Ash Blossom. We don't even need these, but we're drawing so many with the Hyper Librarian. It's great. We're making a Baron to floor. And boy, look at this field. Negate anything. Negate a summon and negate anything. Negate anything and negate anything. Are we done? Heck no, we're not done. We're going to use the Rose Garden. The Rose Maiden in the graveyard banishing herself to summon the Crystal Wing Synchro. Are we done? Hell yeah, we're done. We got Call with the Grave. We got Ash Blossom. We drew into them with the TG Hyper Librarian. You'll very likely be drawing into your Maxi Ash Blossom or the Call by the Grave, whatever you have. And or a Droplet. We should have drawn a Droplet if we played Droplet. Negate a monster, negate anything, and they can't send cards from the hand to the graveyard. Negate anything and negate a summon or negate anything. Let's go. That's how you do this. This is the way. This is the Shooting Majestic Star Dragon way. The heck is that? The heck is that? I'll just negate. I have so many negates. And you know what? If they Pendulum summon 10 monsters onto the field, this will negate every single monster summon. When your opponent would summon a monsters, negate all of them. They're all negated, so this will negate an entire full field summon. Negate. And I guess you add a card or something. I was just like, you know what? Call with the Grave, man. Just get out of here. Get out of here. Negate. What's good? What's good? What now? I know he wants the... Whoa! Raigeki. Negate. We out. Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. Negate that Raigeki. I know he wants the purple to be destroyed. When purple is destroyed, it can target a card in the field and destroy it. So, no thank you. Pendulum Summon. I mean, I'm not going to negate a single Pendulum. That sucks. Crystal Wing Synchro. Negate the monster effect. We have 2 more negates left. Negate, 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 negate. Oh, Pendulum Summon. Negate. That's a negate. And we have another negate, but he didn't have another card to negate. So come back onto the field, 4,000 attack. Come back onto the field, 4,000 attack. We now have negate, 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 and negate. I don't know what that does, mate. He's popping his own card so he can pop me. Negate. Negate. I don't think so, mate. Look at this. What a good sport, right? Not surrendering, just allowing me to negate the heck out of him. I love it. Thank you so much. And the floor loses its negate after it negates once while face up, and that's it. Let's go. Clap the Fool. Send him back. Back to Duel Links. Now let's quickly show you the deck. I am putting in Lightning Storms and Harpy Feather Duster because the Mad Lads, they're playing back row, and Virtual World's going to be the best deck for the event. Check out my Virtual World video. So you want to wipe out that Chuchi. The Chuchi going to pop you. Pop the Chuchi before the Chuchi pops you. This is the way. You could play more Bro Tours, you could play more Doppel Warriors if you want. I ensure with a deck like this, even though it's a meme event, it's a fun festival, that I have enough counter cards, okay? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's how you know I'm not being disingenuous with this deck. If I were to be disingenuous, it would be 40 Stardust Synchro cards. But then you know your deck would not do well because Maxi's great. So is the Ash Blossom. Lightning Storms will be fun. This could be anything you want. It could be Crossout Designates. We got a Harpy Feather Duster. We got Droplet. I got to make sure that the deck is consistent enough, but also has enough hand traps, enough go second cards, counter their hand traps. So it's very important to make sure that this is the best way to play the deck. So enjoy, love it. Also consider being ready to Satellite Warrior with a non-tuner Synchro plus a level 5 or, you know, anything. You are able to summon this and wipe out the field. Per Synchro in your graveyard, this will destroy that many cards in the field and gain 1,000 per card destroyed. I love it. And if you're able to summon an Excel Synchron, you could leave it on the field, and then during your opponent's turn, you could summon the Satellite Warrior during your opponent's turn and get popping. But the first turn play of the Baron, Shooting, Blazar, Crystal Wing, and the Arclight is better than setting up a Satellite pop during their turn. But maybe you bricked a little bit, maybe you drew too many of the cards that you were not supposed to draw and that you needed to summon from the deck, then you could just last resort into Satellite Warrior, all right? Now, make sure you, yeah, thank you very much. Let's go. Fools!